What up? Happy Saturday, team. Lori and I were just sitting upstairs. I literally just ran down here. We were sitting upstairs. We were trying out our new keto coffee pods, which I think that many of you will like. And we were kind of just chatting. And she said something to me, because she always does. She's always got all those motivational things rolling through her head. And I sat there and I just thought about it. I don't know. It's one of those times where a simple thought or a simple statement led me to sit there and kind of, I don't want to use the word meditate because that sounds dramatic, but really contemplate what she was talking about. And she said, and it's nothing new, but being that it's March, it's perfectly fitting for March Madness, like being excited about basketball. Hey, Amy, what's going on? She said to me, if we continue to do the same thing that we're doing right now, and actually she said it to me, she's like, if you continue to do the same thing that you're doing right now, where will you be in a year? And I thought about that. We've been challenged with that thought before, right? What's the definition of insanity? Continue to do the same thing over and over and over and over and expecting different results. Well, how many of us take the time to think about that in our lives? So I'm a man of faith, and I believe God created us to have this tricky little thing called free will. I don't believe that He's scripted out our entire lives and that we're just kind of walking through that script He created. I believe that the choices we make are really, really important. And so her question is really, really important. Quintin, you watching, if you continue to do exactly what you're doing right now, where are you going to be in the next year? And it's the same thing you've heard before. If you continue to work in the same job, doing the same thing the same way, where are you going to be in the next 5 years? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Where do you see yourself in the next 10 years? That's a really important question, actually. If we continue to do, say, and operate, make the same choices, again, I'm a free will guy. If you continue to make the same choices that you're making right now today, where does that put you in 12 months? Crazy March Madness, I think we should think about that. So let's apply that to not just, we think about that in a business sense, in income, which is certainly what she was saying to me, but what about with your health, with your mental well-being? If you continue to run yourself ragged and empty, where are you going to be in a year? What about with your kiddos? If you continue to parent the same exact way that you're parenting right now, how will your kids be in a year? What about your relationship with your spouse? If you continue to pour into it the way you're pouring into it now, or lack of commitment to it, whether that be time or, just sometimes just peeling away all the stuff and spending time and enjoying each other like we were this morning, just drinking a cup of coffee and talking. If you're not doing those things, where are you going to be in a year? Or on the positive side, if you are doing those things, where are you going to be in a year? So my challenge to you in March Madness, our lives are all so crazy and mad. Why don't we give some real thought? And you're going to laugh at me for this part of it. We all bathe. We all take showers. So the next shower you take, which is usually 10, 15-minute shower, 5, I don't know. Spend that time and really think about the things that you're doing right now for your business, for your personal life, for your health life, for your kids, for your spouse, the things that you're doing right now. If you continue to do them the same way that you're doing them, what does your life look like in 12 months? Is that what you want it to look like? And maybe it is, so this could be a positive spin. But if it's not, change it. And think about what are the changes that we can start to employ. I think most of you joined this business probably because financially your life wasn't where you wanted it to be. And that's fair. I think most of us see the United States still today as the land of opportunity, and we can do anything if we just had the right opportunities, right? So you join this business to make some sort of change, to make some sort of impact on what your next 12 months will look back. And I know this, there's a lot of people in this organization who do nothing. That's just how life works. It's unfortunate. And for me, especially, it's very frustrating. It's frustrating to work in a business where you're dependent upon so many other people. But welcome to life, because everything we do in life is that way. I can't control what other people do. I can only control what I do. And so Lori's question is so simple, but it's so profound in its impact on how we live. What are you going to do to impact the next 12 months of your life? It doesn't take a lot of effort systematically 1%, 1%, 1%, 1%, 1%. And those 1% a day add up to a multitude of change over a 12-month timeline, over a 5-year timeline. You joined this business probably because you wanted to make a financial change in your life. And I think what happens is a lot of us start with good intentions, but we quickly get overwhelmed because we're like, well, I'm never going to make $10,000 a month. It's going to take me forever. Okay, maybe that's true. I don't know. But there's a lot of people making $10,000 a month. And here's the thing. Why did you start out to make $10,000 a month? I just made that number up, of course. $500 a month, statistically proven over and over and over and over and over in the world, changes people's lives so dramatically that it causes them to do things like you're doing right now. People sometimes just need $500 a month to make a house payment, to make a car payment, to make bills. Sometimes their husband's working 2 jobs and they just need some stress relief, and $500 a month will do that. So I think we have to continue to use the correct perspective, because maybe it's not even $500, maybe it's $300 a month. Maybe $300 a month just relieves enough stress in your world to make one of those incremental changes that in 12 months, your whole life feels a lot different. And that's where we need to put our focus. What are we gonna do today and tomorrow and the next day? Little bit of change to make big impacts over the next 12 months. If we continue to do the same exact things that we've always been doing, we're crazy, we're March Madness to expect different results. That's the definition of insanity, like I said earlier. If the repetition of the same thing expecting a different outcome, you're insane. So let's make some small changes that can have big impacts. Spend some time thinking about this. And again, I'm talking about business, but how about just your health? How about instead of eating a big old breakfast every morning, you just replace that with a cup of coffee? Or how about instead of eating 2,500 calories a day, you eat 2,000? You know, that's not a huge change. Or how about this? Instead of telling your kids to go to bed when it's bedtime, you go to bed and you tuck them in and you spend 5 minutes talking to them about their day. Or how about this? Instead of having a crazy chaotic schedule where you never sit down as a family to eat dinner, you just make a small commitment to your family that every day we're going to figure out a way to eat together. Maybe that's lunch or breakfast, I don't know, but it gives you a family time. Or maybe it's, hey, we're gonna commit 2 minutes a day to sit down and put a game plan to get together as a couple because our life is so chaotic with all of our kiddos. It's those small things, like, right? So if we just make small changes today over our lifespan, over a 12-month span, over a 5-year span, it makes a huge impact. So don't sit there idle in insanity. Don't sit there in March Madness expecting something to be different if we're not making a change. And that starts, again, that next shower. You laugh at me for the shower reference, which is fair. Spend some time thinking about what are you doing today? And spend some time thinking about what you're doing today compared to where do you want to be in a year? Do you want to be in the same place 12 months from today that you are right now? I think probably most of us will answer that question, no. There's something that we would like to change, or you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be watching this. So start making the changes. What are we waiting for? It doesn't have to be like a dramatic life-altering change. Most sustainable changes start with a very small incremental difference. But it also starts with looking forward. We have to be forward-looking. We can't stop focusing on what's right in front of us and look forward to what do we want to have happen in the next 12 months, and then start stepping towards it. So small things, small thought, I've heard it before, you've heard it before, it's nothing original, but it really struck me today. She's like, where do you want to be in 12 months? And if that's where you want to be in 12 months, what are you doing to get there? And I thought, well, that's a good question. And I thought I'd share. I ran downstairs in her basement. She's upstairs on the phone, and I made a little video. So hopefully this helps you. And my challenge to you today is that next shower, spend that shower thinking about where you want to be in 12 months. The entire time. And then when you get out, write down 3 things that you're going to start doing to get there. And then tomorrow when you wake up, start working on those 3 things. And maybe it's 5 things, maybe it's 10 things, maybe it's 1 thing. I don't know. There's no magic sauce here. The point is, be forward thinking and start making changes today to get there. Because you're never going to get there if you don't start making incremental changes. that 1 year mark, that 5 year mark, that 10 year mark. No, I don't want to be in the same place that I am in 12 months that I am right now. So I have to change right now. I don't want to be in the same spot that I am in 5 years, right? Because I did nothing today. And so it all starts with setting my mind right, getting my focus right, becoming acquainted with reality of where I'm at, where I want to be in incremental steps, and start making those changes. Really simple. It's nothing new again. But since we're in March and we are talking about March Madness a lot, let's not be insane. Let's make some changes. You can really impact your business with very small pieces of action if you just choose to. Your life is not scripted out for you. Every step that you make is not already predetermined. You have full control over what your life looks like in 6 months, 12 months, 5 years. You choose that. So choose something different today. Why not? You only get one of these lives. Might as well live it.